Alright, you already know who it is. King Fortune, we back in this motherfucker once again for a late night Q&A for all the sex workers slash sex lovers. What's up, what's up, what's up, Lively Lit? What's up, Tech Men's? What's the deal, what's the deal? You already know. So we're not gonna be here too long. I just wanna, glaze the atmosphere a little bit. You already know. Because what I mean by sex workers, I'm not strictly speaking about just, prostitutes or gigolos. I'm speaking about those who utilize the sexual arts to manifest, and not just manifest, but also to heal themselves, or if they want to fuck some shit up, or it's that destructive black magic as well. However you choose to use it is up to you. Now, with the sex lovers, like, I didn't want to use sex addicts. I thought that would be a little bit harsh. But more so those of us who enjoy the sexual acts, that is a necessary part of your life and your well-being. So this is more so who I'm speaking about. What's up, Brianna? What's the deal? What's the deal? Okay, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, I know it's pretty late, so I'm not going to keep you guys too long. Yeah, I wanted to, switch up the atmosphere a little bit so I can be a little further away from the camera so y'all can see more of what's going on. Just give it a little bit more atmosphere. So y'all let me know in the live chat, as well as the comment section for those who watch this later. Y'all let me know if y'all prefer this way or y'all prefer the close up, So, let me see, what's up, Luna? What's up, Luna? So the first thing I want to really get into is when it comes to the sexual arts, when it comes to sex magic, when it comes to prostitution, when it comes to being the gigolo, when it comes to being the pimping, however you choose to, however you make it make sense in your mind, the first thing we must understand is when we are engaging in the sexual act, this is a medium or a form of divination. I've said this before, but just in case, you may not have caught that information. Sex is also a form of divination, just like the tarot, just like astrology, just like divination, so on and so forth. There is no difference. It's just that form, or this form in terms of sex, is a more powerful form of divination because there are no limits to how far you can go into, you can say, your subconscious mind. I don't even want to talk about AshaRenu and this and that. We're just going to deal with the basics here. Sex is a form of divination which allows you to explore the inner depths of your subconscious mind. So, because it's taking you to the underworld, or the other world, however you want to put it, you're going to be faced with a lot of illusion. You're going to be faced with the things that we normally don't deal with in everyday life. There's just certain things that you don't have to deal with. Just getting up, going to work, getting paid, taking care of your kids, paying bills, and just the everyday hustle and bustle of things. It's just certain things that are not dealt with because you really don't have to deal with it. Why? Because, again, you don't have to be a perfect human being, to make a living for yourself here, as we can clearly see. You don't have to necessarily be a special person. But what makes you special is you allow yourself to explore those inner chambers, those 36 chambers, if we want to refer to the Wu-Tang. You allow yourself to explore the unknown. And the only reason it's unknown is just because nobody really wants to speak about these arts realistically, the dark arts or the black arts, because people get kind of spooky. They associate it with witchcraft, which is just basically understanding the plants, the roots and the herbs of the planet, and how to utilize their magical essence versus just their physical essence. It's very plain and simple. Because you are willing to face the unknown and to deal with the things that may be, hindering you, even though it's not known to your conscious mind, in order for you to deal with the things that hinder you on a subconscious level, you engage in forms of divination. This will allow you to have success, not just mentally, not just spiritually, not just soulfully, but also physically. Who doesn't want the physical success? But in order for us to achieve physical success in an alternative route, so I'm not just talking about, moving up the ranks, in your job or the position. I'm talking about self-creation. If you want to be successful in your self-creation, if you want to be successful in your dark arts, if you want to be successful in your black arts, you have to face the unknown. You have to explore your internal chambers. You have to do the very thing that no one wants to do. Why? Because they are shamed. And we know why that is. We know, again, the religion. We already had that conversation. We know what religion does to the mind. So it makes most people shameful of their dark side when it should be embraced. And if you are able to embrace your dark side, you will find success in alternative routes. Things will start to happen that may not make logical sense. You may not be able to read statistics or logic to, like, okay, well, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, or A equals B, so on and so forth. It's never really straight like that, like we would want it to be, like everyone else thinks it is. But we know that this is a chaos realm. We are ruled by the quantum reality, not the physical reality. So the more we study the quantum, the more we understand how things really work. And when we understand how things really work, we can find success in alternative ways and alternative means that are just not known to the average person. At least 85 to 90% of the population does not embrace these arts, which is why they have to live the lifestyle of a regular human being. Not because they're not special, but because they don't embrace the specialties within themselves. And lastly, I just want to speak about this being the master of the mental plane. And what I mean by that, not just master over what you think, but how powerful are your thoughts? Are your thoughts able to penetrate through into the subconscious mind? Because there is a barrier. The conscious mind and the subconscious mind don't really communicate effectively unless you're in an alpha brainwave state or a trance state. If you're not in a trance state, then the conscious mind and the subconscious mind are not really getting along, which is why the subconscious mind kind of comes in the back door, because the conscious mind is just going straight forward. The subconscious mind comes through the back door and kind of, makes things a little bit more challenging because you have not guarded the back door, or you don't know what's coming in and out. But when you are coming through the back door, when you are coming through the basement, when you are coming through the attic, when you are coming through these alternative routes, and you are able to break through and penetrate through these alternative routes, then you get to see things that just everyone else cannot perceive. Or as we say, this what establishes your astral sight. So once again, if you are brave enough to take the alternative routes and to find success through hidden means, through occult means, through the methodology of the very thing that we are most afraid of, the very thing that we are most shameful of, the sexual act, which is the most powerful form of divination once again. So it is imperative that you have mastery over the sexual arts. If you truly consider yourself a magician, you have to have mastery over the sexual arts. There is no other way around it. And in order to have mastery over these sexual arts, you have to have powerful enough thoughts, and not just thoughts, but concentration. Your concentration must be powerful enough to break through all illusion. And what's the best way to deepen your concentration? By engaging in a sexual act. Because what it does is it creates the portal or the gateway for the conscious mind to interact with the subconscious mind. And of course, you are able to, be pleasured while you are engaging in these darker arts or these black arts, right? So again, we're not going to be here too long, but let me give everybody a shout out. What's up, Maurice? Let me see. So you already know what it is. Again, we're not going to be too long. This is more so just a test, just to see, how things is. We're moving forward in 2019, so we're going to do more amazing things. I'm probably going to do more pre-recorded videos, because when I do pre-recorded videos, I'm able to record and 1080p, 60 frames per second. I believe that's the way you say it, 60 frames per second. So I would be able to deliver a lot more higher quality content. So, we're going to test out things, see how it works. I just wanted to give you a quick example of, where my mind is currently. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Master your sexual arts. Never be ashamed of what was given to you as a gift. Sexuality is the ultimate gift of understanding, not just the spirit, but the soul. It cannot be separated, because we know that the sex force is the basis of all reality. So we'll leave it there. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. You enjoy the rest of your morning, and we'll reconnect soon. 1.